morning, students. This is Kesar Bhavi from Ogdeli College, taking mathematics. So today we are going to study sets. In the previous class, we studied types of sets, what is set, the definition, and how to write set, how can it be represented. Is it? Okay. Now, in today's class, we are going to deal with intervals, as subset of R. What do you mean by R over there? R is nothing but real line, set of real numbers, you can say. Okay. What do you mean by set of real numbers? Any number which lies in the range minus infinity to plus infinity. So this will be our real line or set of real numbers. If anything from negative to positive it passes, means it has to cross 0. So this one more I will write. What can you say? All negative real numbers, positive real numbers, right from minus infinity to plus infinity, whatever. It may be integer 1, 2, 3, 4. It may be negative integer minus 3, minus 14. It may be in decimal. It can be like 1 by 10, 0.25, 0.37, minus 0.98, like that. Okay. Any number which lies in the real range, that is set of real numbers. Okay. So here let me make one range here. Let me take this one. For example, A, B. So if I take this much, the portion from the real line, whether this AB is a subset of minus infinity to plus infinity, can we say AB is subset of R? So it can be lying anywhere. It can be here also, these 2 points. It can be here as well. It can be here as well. It can be anywhere in the real line. So here we do have few terminologies for closed interval, open interval, half closed, half open. So that all we are going to study for now. So this thing A, B, we say it as closed interval. Closed interval means, say, set x such that x belongs to real line and x, say, greater than or equal to A, less than or equal to B. So because of this reason, we say it's a closed set. For example, let me take 1, 3. Closed interval 1, 3. Whether 1 belongs to closed interval 1, 3, 1, comma 3. Yes, it is equal to 1. See, less than or equal, greater than or equal to 1, less than or equal to the upper limit. This is lower limit. This one is upper limit. Okay. 3 belongs to 1, comma 3, closed interval. See, closed interval means we just write the range or the limits in square brackets. Okay. So what all the points lying in between 1 to 3, no? 1, 2, 3, all belongs to this closed interval 1, 2, 3. So how many points are existing here? How many points? Want to say only 2, only 1 point is existing? 1, comma 2, comma 3. Is it the way? No. So not only 2, it may be like 2.1. It may be like 1, 1.9, 1.8, 1.01, 2.102, 2.631, let me take 4 decimals, 2.879. So like this many numbers, you can just check, it all lies in the range, closed interval 1, 2, 3. So what can we say about this? How many points? Not only the difference you should take, 3 minus 1, that is 2. With 2, many more points. So how many points can be countable? So we can say infinite points. Infinite numbers. Infinite points are lying in that range. So understood students? This is closed interval. It will be written in square brackets. Okay. So if I make you understand second one, it will be more clear the concept of closed and open interval. So if I take A, B, open interval, we are writing in parenthesis, brackets, simple brackets, parenthesis. Okay. So here if I take 1, 3, open interval. So here what does it mean, you know? Set number x such that x belongs to set R, set of real numbers, and x is strictly greater than A, see, and strictly less than B. So this is the meaning of open interval. You may be knowing here what is the difference we are observing. It is x strictly greater than A or x is greater than or equal to A. Is it? Greater than or equal to we say. Less than or equal to we say. But here it should be strictly greater than A and it should be strictly less than B. Okay. For this, whether 1 belongs to open interval 1, 3, you please check. What is our definition? In place of this one, what I will put? 1, 3, x, any number. X greater than 1. But x here it is equal to 1. Whether 1 belongs to open interval, it does not belong. But here it belongs in, x belongs in closed interval. So this is the difference. Whether 3 belongs to 1, 3 open interval? No, because 3, the element x, no, whatever the number you take, no, that it should be strictly less than 3. Is it less than 3? The number what are we considering? It is equal to 3. Okay. Then what kind of numbers we can put in this set open interval? That we will check. It should not be 1 and it should not be 3. Okay. Only this is the condition. But whatever it lies in the range 1 to 3, no, except these 2 points, all the points will be in open interval. It can be. For example, 1.2, okay, 2.3, is it? Next, any number, you can take 2.678, comma, 2.9999, but not equal to 3 they are saying. It can be. 2.99, it is not exactly equal to 3. That's why you can say it belongs to the open interval. Are you getting my point? Here, 1, 2, 3, 1 and 3 are considered, but here 1 and 3 should be not considered. Should not be considered. For example, one more. Open interval and closed interval. Open A, close B. What does it mean? Whenever you get closed interval, it should be like equal to also it should come. So here x such that x belongs to the set of real numbers. Am I right? And here you just check x A, but what is it? With open interval. So it should be strictly greater than A. This equal to you should not write. If you write equal to, here closed interval it should appear. So equal to you should not write. Are you getting my point? Next, check about that upper limit. Put upper limit here and check the nature here. Closed. Closed means equal to, less than or equal to. Okay? Got it? So suppose 1, 3. 1, 3 means 1, 2, 3. 1 should not be considered because it is open. Strictly greater than 1 it should be. It can be taken equal to 3 or less than 3. This point as well as any point whichever is lying in the interval 1, 2, 3. How many points are lying? As I said you earlier, there are infinite number of points. You cannot count the number of points exactly 3 numbers, 4 numbers like that. It will be like infinite numbers. Okay. Can you guess what might be the next case? Check. Closed we finished, open we finished, partial open, partial closed. And the same kind, partial open, partial closed. This also can be considered. So this happens with the case 4. So let us write the range, you will understand. A, B means lower limit A, upper limit B. Whether A, point A, exactly point A, anything between the A, B, consider. Exactly point A, okay. Exactly point B, no. No, because it is open. So how can you define the set X as X such that X belongs to set of real numbers? And what's the nature of the number? It should be the number, it should be greater than or equal to A, but strictly less than B. It should be like this. For example, 1, 3, like this. If it is, okay, any number, 1 it can be 2, okay, 1.7, 1.89, 1.8001, anything, okay. 3, it should not be. So all these points belongs to such interval. All these lie in this interval. All such points or numbers lie in this closed 1 and open 3 interval. How we say? Closed 1, open 3 interval. So these are the 4 types. One is closed interval, second one is open interval, third one is open and closed, fourth one is closed and open. Closed means with the relation equal to also it has to be considered. Open means equal will not be considered. Okay, this is the thing. Now what we'll do, we will write the interval in set builder form. Few simple examples are there. Just I have collected from the exercise. Write the interval, class length, class width, range, you can say, interval in set builder form. Okay. First question. First, what are they saying? Open interval -3, 0. What does it mean? -3 is the lower limit and this 0 is the upper limit. Is it not? 0 is the upper limit, comparatively negative number, 0 is maximum. That's why -3, 0. You should not write 0, -3. So given is correct. Okay. So what is the answer for this? Set builder form means what to do? You have to build a statement over there. Is it? Build a statement means what? It should be written in words. should be constructed. So X is a number such that X belongs to set of real numbers R. Okay, why I am saying every time R, it may be the number integer, it may be any rational number, okay, it may be a decimal number, fractional number, any number if you take, it will be a real number. Okay, so let me make this X look properly. X belongs to R. Is this fine? Okay. Next, what is that the thing? X is the number and it should be like, okay, we will put it afterwards. It should lie in this range. Which range? Lower limit -3, upper limit 0. Okay. Next, because of this open, it should be like only relation. Open, only relation. Closed, inequality and equality, both will appear. Open means only inequality. Okay. Next, is this the thing? Did you understand me? -3, 0 means X, it should be strictly greater than -3 and strictly less than 0. Okay. Suppose the same thing is I write like this -3, 0 in a closed interval. What would have been your answer? Tell me. Can you guess? What would have been the answer in this case? Everything is similar to the construction, the words whatever you use. Only where it differs, you know. Where it differs? It differs with this inequality. Check this. If I write like this, is it correct? Tell me. So what is the difference between this and this? This is open, this is closed. Then also we are writing inequality like this. It is not correct, no? So what to do? Closed means equality, equal to. That also will be appearing. Am I right? This is like open. This is for closed. So one more example we'll take. 6, 12. Open 6, closed 12. Okay. What does it mean here? X such that X belongs to real number, set of real numbers. This is very important. If you skip this part, it will be like incomplete. It should be there. X belongs to what? That should be written. So every interval will be a subset of R. So this, how are you going to define? Set number X. It will be lying in the range 6 and 12, where 6 is lower limit, 12 is upper limit. Am I right? But open means only inequality, relation inequality. Closed means equality and inequality. Both will appear. Okay. So this is the case how we define the set with the representation for a set. Okay, fine. So one more example we will take. So 4 cases it should be like a closed interval. Here I put -4 + 4 open. So check for this. As you know, it will be like X closed, no, open, no, 4 -4 over, make it complete by writing. Is this clear, everybody? So I think you are understanding each and everything very much in detail. With the example, I am making you understand. If at all any queries are there, you can share. Got it? So that I can discuss and it can be got clarified. Got it, everybody? So these are the few studies regarding what? Intervals. So every interval will be like subset of R. This is what we study. Okay, one question on intervals. So here it will be given set in set builder form. Okay, and you have to write in intervals. So let me write a few more examples. You can just understand at once. Write its interval, okay? Every time, interval. Interval means range in which you are putting lower and upper limit. X such that x belongs to R and x is 7 into 8. Okay. Now what you have to write? First you have to write the number. Answer. Here I will put. Okay. What are the numbers? 3 and 4. In between, comma, you put. And here you check. X. This one. Less than or equal to means closed. Here only inequality. Check this. Then open. Are you getting this properly? So here what we will do? We will write the limits. 1 and 5. So not exactly with this much far the distance. Let it be like 1 and 5 this way. Comma. Next. Check this. Closed. This one. Closed. In this case, it's 7. Okay. 7 and 8. Comma. 7. Okay, only open. Open. 2 other. Closed. Okay, listen students. Here I collected few simple questions. So only you have to check whether the statement is true or false. That you have to check. Okay. We had studied about subsets. Is it? Subset the symbol it is. What do you mean by subset? A is subset of B. It means what? All the elements of A, it should be in the set B. Is it not? A is subset of B means all the elements of A, it should be in B. Okay, now we will check each and everything. A, is it here? Yes. B, it is there. So, we can say the statement is true. Right? Okay, now we will check for the second one. A and B is not a subset. This is subset. This is not a subset. Okay, the symbol says what? Not a subset of B, C, A. Okay, we will check. If we find the elements, these elements means what? The number or the item or the object, whatever you write in the flower bracket, that we say it as element. If you find this element is present in the second set, then all the elements, not only A, B also. If both the elements are present in that second set, then this symbol holds, it won't holds good, it fails. We will check. A, it's there. B, this is also there. But these are not put in order. Order in the sense what? We will be knowing. A should come first, next B should appear, next C should be appearing. So in a set, no, that order is immaterial. We already know this. I discussed with you people. So B, C, A. Here elements, it can be put in any order. Okay. So both the elements are there in this second set means it would have been like subset of this one. No? But the symbol, what are they saying? It is not a subset. It means what? What are they saying in the statement? It is wrong. That is false. Is it? Okay. Now you check with this. A. A belongs to AB. A belongs to AB. Okay, fine. This I will make it not belongs to. One is there already belongs to this one. Let me go by reverse way. First I will solve for this. What do you mean by set? This one subset. Subset, whenever you are representing, no, here it will be like one set. This side it will be one set. Both side this will be like a set A and here set B. As you know, the set is represented using flower brackets. Elements you put in the flower bracket, and here elements you put in the flower bracket. So here also flower bracket, here also flower curly bracket, you can say curly bracket. Okay. So in that case only we are supposed to use this subset symbol. Okay. If this is not there, in the sense we are not allowed to. Got it? When we have to use belongs to? Belongs. This marker belongs to me. So I don't say marker or pen. Pen belongs to me. Pen is mine. Okay. This paper belongs to me. I don't write in this set form. Pen. A set of pen. No, it is not like that. Okay. Whenever we say belongs to, that curly bracket should not be appearing. This is wrong. What I have to write? Only this much. Without curly bracket I have to say. Pen belongs to me. Paper belongs to me. Without putting in curly bracket. Am I right? So here anytime if you are getting this belongs to expression, it should not be appearing in the curly bracket. It should not be appearing in the curly bracket. It means what? This is false. Whatever it be. Curly bracket, whenever belongs to or does not belongs to, it should come. It is appearing means curly bracket should not be there. But curly brackets are there means it is false. Okay, here curly bracket is not there. It may be right, but we will check whether it is right or not. Because the element also should be belonging to the set, no? Okay. A. Yes, curly brackets are not there. Half check is over. Another remaining, what we have to check? Whether this belongs to the set. Okay, whether the element A is here. Yes, it is here. Then what the statement is? True. Is this simple? Whenever you get belongs to or does not belongs to the limit, this one element, it should not be put in curly bracket. Please do remember this. Whenever you are using subset, any set like not subset, okay, in that case it should be in curly bracket, but not with the respect to belonging. Okay. Now let me take a simple question. Write all subsets of X, Y, Z. So this Z, let me replace it by yes. Is this fine? Okay. As you know, if I start writing here the solutions, so anyways null set is a subset of every set. This is true. Next, singleton set X, only single element must be there in the curly bracket. Curly bracket is to show it's a set. Okay. This one, these are the subsets. S, okay, small letter S. Next, we will take 2, X and Y, Y and S. Next, S and X. Am I right? Next, we will take all the three because set itself is a subset of. This is S. Okay. Set itself is a subset of a particular. Itself is subset. Okay, let us check whether what we gathered or collected is right or not. Right in the sense whether all the possible subsets we gathered or something else is left, that we need to check. Okay, how to check? That's the question. We just discussed about this in the previous class. You may remember Just check it here. How many elements are there? Elements are how many? Elements are 3. Okay. So total number of subsets, how much it should appear? Total number of subsets means 2 raised to 3. Every time 2 raised to, this is 2 fixed. Raised to 3. 2 raised to 3 means what, students? 2 you are multiplying for 3 times now. 2 2s are 4, 2s are 8. So are we having 8 subsets? That we will check. Shall we start? 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, we are right. So this is how we can cross check or verify whether our answer is correct or not. Is this clear, everybody? Okay. Now let me give one example for homework. You please try. I hope you will be trying. Okay. Write all possible subsets of 1, 3, 8, minus 1. So how many subsets you should find? 2 raised to 4. I can just check, make you guess the answer. How many elements are there here? Total 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 are there. 4 elements. Elements. Okay. So total subsets. These are the subsets in a total. How many? These many. 2 raised to 4 means what, students? 8 2s are 16. 2 raised to 3 it was up to 2 raised to 3 8 into 2 16. 16 subsets you have to get. What all 16 subsets you are getting? Okay, that you please check. Got it? Okay. So find subset of 5. This is the question. As you know, 5 is a subset. Okay. Do you find any other subset over there? No. So answer is only 5. Only one set exists as subset. So 5 is our subset of 5. Am I right? Is this correct? Okay. Then let us take one more example. Subset of 0. We'll take. Please don't think that I am writing 0 in the curly bracket means it's a null set. No. It is not null set. Why it is not null set? Because one single element is there. No, 0 is also a number. Is it? So, because one element 0 is there in the set. Am I right? Okay. What was the difference here? Or I will put one more mark. Okay, this one. This is also said to be null set, no? So what is the difference here? One element is there, here nothing is there. This is null set, this is not the null set. Please do remember, this is very, very important. This is not null set. This is what? Singleton set. How many elements are there? One element is there. Element. Elements are how many? 1. Here elements are how many? 0. Nothing. No elements. No elements. Okay? Fine. So we'll come to this one now. How many possible subsets we may find here in this case? So this implies subsets in total. What can you say? Subsets in total. How many? It may be 2 raised to 1, no? 2 raised to 1. 2 raised to 1 means what? 2. Am I right? Okay. So what are the 2 subsets that we will check? Of course, null is a subset, null set. Don't write null set and curly bracket. That will be very, very confusing. Either this or that, null set. And one more, set itself. Set itself. Am I right? Anything other than these two? Do you find? No. Okay, so how many are there? 1 and 2. This is what we were supposed to. Is it right? We are getting no correct answer. So correct answer in the sense number of subsets, possible subsets. So this is the thing. Okay, similarly, can anybody just check it out for this question? Subset of A, null set and A. Is this clear? Okay, fine. If I add one more element here, in the case, example, subset of -1 plus 1. How many elements? 2 elements. How many subsets? 2 raised to 2. It means what? 4. 4 means a null set, singleton set. Don't say doubleton. Okay? That is set itself or set with 2 elements. So all these are subsets. Am I right? How many are there in number? 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Is this clear, students? I hope this is sufficient for today's session.